Hello everyone, No Respawns here, hope you're having a fantastic day. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you my first playthrough of the new Burrows dungeon. So this is a new area underneath Harper's Ferry that has accompanying quests and accompanying backstory as well. I'm actually doing this video alongside the YouTuber FinalRender, so obviously most of you probably know who FinalRender is. He's a friend of mine, we've met in real life a few times, he's a good lad, and I was like, right, let's do a video together, because I've never really done a kind of collab video, so I thought it would be quite fun. So it's a kind of a short run through the dungeon, my complete first impressions. I do, as before, try and skip over some of the, a bit of the kind of text, so I don't do much reading of terminals. The reason being is obviously I want to leave some mystery for you if you haven't done it yourself, but you get to kind of see effectively what actually happens. So I'm going to jump to that footage now. Once that's finished, I'm going to jump back to here again and give you kind of my closing thoughts. So let me know what you think. Alright, so I'm intrigued by this, because this is obviously their kind of first foray into what is a dungeon. Obviously it's going to be easy for us, because we're quite overpowered, but I guess they want to make it as accessible. Maybe they add like a hard mode thing or something like that.
It's curious. Well, I'll let you do it before I kind of give my opinions on it and stuff like that. But
yeah, alright.
You can get up to it to start it, look at the body, listen to holotape, and get going.
Squad, this is Defiance.
Okay.
Priority message follows. Intel shows a significant amount of military robotics at the Harper's Ferry pump station. Proceed to the location through the city sewer and conduct recon to identify the source. Report back by 0700. Ad Victorium.
I didn't script over my weapon thing. And I should probably get rid of Lone Wanderer, actually. Just give...
yeah, good point, actually. I'll
suppressor. Look at us! So organised. I actually don't have many kind of grouping stuff, so I'll just kind of do things which just... Yeah, there we go.
Okay, well, for now then, since there's no human players and stuff, I'll share Inspirational with you. We both get a 10% XP boost for that.
Oh, bosh. I've just got the only ones I have, basically.
Normally I share things like Secret Agent and stuff, so Stealth Boys last longer.
Actually, I've got Bodyguards. I can do that one.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Oh,
actually, here's a better one.
You actually have
to... Forget that. Nerd Rage. You got Nerd Rage. Health goes below 20%. You get a huge buff to your damage.
I've never done the share thing before, actually, so I didn't realise how it worked. Like, I've just shared, how about I share Suppressor? Wait, Intenderizer with you.
Oh, go on then. I was always looking to get that one.
Maybe they just do a little bit more damage. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's jump into it.
Okie dokie. So, off you go.
Off he goes. Yeah. Right, okay, let's see what we're doing here. Go to the pump station through the Burrows. You did this in your stream yesterday, didn't you?
I've done it twice now, yes. I've done it on 2 characters.
This is my first time in here. I'm actually going to wear my big sexy armor just because it's new and I want to wear it.
Oh,
and I even renamed it the Excavator suit as well.
Is it just called Excavator?
It's gorgeous though. It's very
I love it. Honestly, I might anger some people by saying this, but this looks better than a lot of the mods that came out.
Yeah, it does.
This right here. There weren't many mods that just added to power armors. They just changed the skins, didn't they?
Yeah.
But adding bits onto them, I think that's really cool.
Okay, so go to the pump through station through the Burrows. So what's the level? I'm wondering, did they let me... Oh, okay, they're level 60, so it's a good way to level up, I think. It will be like a slightly... Because is this repeatable? Can you just keep doing this, or is it like... like
it's repeatable.
So this would be a great place just to level up. Because it's basically you're just grinding ghouls, which is, you know, like White Spring.
Yeah.
So this is...
What I would say as well, that's very cool, is that if you nuke Harper's Ferry, this area does still get affected. So you can basically have a nuke zone, farm legendaries, but you don't have to wear a power armor or a hazmat suit.
It's good. Is this instanced as well? So in
no.
Okay, so that's
a lot of people are quite annoyed about that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because if it was, you and I could just farm this for hours.
Pretty much.
Because I'm guessing there are loads of legendaries down here as well.
Not that many, but if you drop it, there's one right there. There you go.
Do you mind? I'm trying to read the items down here. Rude zombies. Yeah, it's probably... I mean, I guess it's maybe not the same as the little golf resort place in White Spring, but it's still... I mean, ghouls are probably the best enemy to train up against, so... I'm going to have a look around, because obviously a lot of people won't have seen this.
No. It's a pretty big area, actually. It's very metro.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Ground, like sewer systems with boats on them and stuff.
Yeah, no, it looks
Little
quite nice.
marketplace up ahead.
It looks very, very cool. Gotta remember that this is actually, we're now showing this to other people. It's not just you and me selfishly playing on our own. So I should probably make sure we actually show around a little bit. So
Any words I'm not allowed to say?
I don't know. No, not really. I've got quite an adult stream, shall we say. Oh, what's this? Gut shroom?
Yeah. No use for this right now.
Oh.
There's gut shrooms.
Fair enough. Bit of gut shroom. I bet you that'll be some kind of brewing fucking recipe or something like that. Anyway,
Fine
right.
by me.
Yeah, true. I haven't been doing that one very much. I've only done the daily to get the things. I've only done it a couple of times.
Dude, you need to make the whiskey.
Yeah, I got. I don't know.
You like your melee weapons, yeah?
Yeah.
You make the whiskey, you get level 3 of Party Girl or Party Boy perk. It gives you an extra 6 strength every time you drink whiskey.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's actually pretty good.
Like 30 extra carry weight by drinking a whiskey. And you can brew them in your camp now. It's awesome.
That's actually pretty swish. Are we going up?
I'm just looking around, mate. I'll follow you.
Fair dues. Me too. Oh, there's a ghoul. I want to splat him in the face. Gorgeous. Yeah, I can see this being very easy for someone who, and it's maybe not a criticism. Someone could I could easily solo this.
Yeah, I'm willing to say. Well, they said it was meant to be for 2 level 50s. I think that's a huge overstatement.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking,
What was that?
there's a power armor down there.
I'm gonna nab that power core.
Honestly, I think launching a nuke is way harder than this dungeon is. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, where are we going? Let's see. Are we going down through the stuff that way? I'm assuming.
Yeah, follow you, mate.
Yeah. No, I'll lead on because obviously you've done this before, so I don't want you spoiling the excitement for me.
No.
But yeah, no, it's a good step, but I think they need to make like a hard mode version of it, like they do in World of Warcraft. Right, not this way then. Over that way, possibly.
I think what people think the dungeon should be like is kind of like what the vault raids are going to be.
Yeah, which
They seem a bit more traditional.
is good. I get it's a learning experience, isn't it? I think it does. I get the impression maybe they're being a little bit. I say cautious, but I don't know. The new bosses, the actual bosses themselves, are an absolute grind. I mean, if you don't have enough people to do the Scorch Beast Queen, that's just it.
Yeah, and the Sheep Squatch Imposter.
Yeah.
Trying to do it with 4 people the other day just didn't happen. Did not happen.
Oh, that's just.
We've got a lot behind us.
Tis but a scratch. Plus, we both got unyielding.
Your arms off.
We both got unyielding gear as well with your big fist.
I've got some unyielding. I've got Assassin Sentinel.
Oh,
Pieces.
have I crashed?
One piece is Assassin
Or
Sentinel.
have I frozen? And we're back again. Okay, so let's. You're running in the same spot.
Hang about, I'm still loading in right now.
Right
I ain't got no SSD. Calm yourself.
Yeah, I do actually finally have that. I haven't installed my operating system on it though.
Oh, that's what you should do first, man.
Yeah, I just can't be bothered because it's
It's like a whole new system.
So all the enemies have come back again as well. We down.
They will, yeah.
Oh, that's all right then at least.
Yeah.
It also means, yeah, that's really good for like. I'm surprised there are no other players in here.
A lot of people have been farming it for the last hour. I'm dead, so.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I nuked it earlier, and we had like 8 people or so come down. You know, they were all curious to see what would happen.
Oh, bosh. Fair dues. Right, anyway, so we're going Poe through the pump station, through the Burrows.
That we are, boy, that we are.
Right, that's a cool gun, by the way. It's a very cool gun.
Like,
Right.
this thing is... I can't believe I bought this for 300 caps and it's worth about 20,000. Idiot sold that.
I promised, yeah. I mean, you know, for example, I got my my anti-armor Grognark's axe from just like White Spring Station. Because people just don't know, especially a lot of people find good stuff, but it's like they're a shooty character and not a melee one, so they just don't keep the, especially with melee. Actually, they just don't realise.
Yeah, I'm pretty good balance actually. I've got this here, me Tesla rifle, me bloody Tesla rifle. I've got me bloodied power fist. I got me bloodied handmade. I'm a bit of a bloodied build.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I like instigating. I wouldn't mind. I've got a furious sledgehammer actually.
Furious is very good actually.
The problem is it's better when you've got some like actual, you know, other stuff with it. All of my stuff, all of the stuff I'm using outside of like one particularly good pair of knuckle dusters, which I don't really have much massively good gear, but then I haven't played as much as you. Right.
Honestly, a lot of the really good stuff is bought. Like the only thing I didn't really buy was the handmade. I had that for months actually, without realizing how good it was. But seriously, the Reddit marketplace, really good.
I'll give it a look-see at some point.
Completely changes the way you look at the game, really.
Yeah, well, when they do player vending, I imagine it'll be a lot easier.
It'll be safer, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, it's not dangerous right now, but it could be safer still.
It makes it sound so dodgy. It's dangerous, Davey.
But it's not dangerous, Davey.
Right, where's the button?
Dangerous Davey was your nickname in college.
Right, let me open this up. Cool. Right, so I'm gonna skip the text because I can't be asked to read this. Oh, where's the button? Okay, so turn the release valve to restore station control. So there's gonna be stuffs to do. It just seems like, yeah, like you would absolutely not need to do this with another person. If anything,
No,
it's possibly even overkill.
if you're above level 30, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and even if you're like, unless you're, I guess, fresh, if you haven't really been paying attention to your gear, I imagine then maybe, because I remember like on my other character, my building character, who I leveled really, really poorly. I went all shooty, and they were, you know, quite crap, and like those ghouls would be kicking the shit out of him. Not so much now, because I've kind of spent a bit of time equipping him with melee gear, and you know he's actually decent now. Right, I guess I can just activate here.
Yes,
Open door. Let's see. How long is it? This is it? What? Oh,
you'll find out.
I guess. Shut up. Where's the other one? This is giving.
Come on, I gotta get up there and yeet it. Yeet. There we go.
Right, where's that? When they have that, it sounds like they have a kind of 5. The gun that he's shooting at us now, I think it's just normal assault rifle. That burns through armor.
It does. I think the Colonel Gutsies have got some kind of armor penetration on them.
Because it
makes sense, right?
It's the one thing that can really take you down. Like you're like, oh yeah, I'm really fine, and then suddenly a Colonel Gutsy will. Oh,
we got a legendary Colonel Gutsy somewhere.
Hello, where are you?
Make sure we both tag him.
Do we both need to tag him?
As long as we both tag him, we both definitely get a legendary.
Yeah, I guess, because I guess we're in a team. I don't know if you normally need to, but it's probably better just to be cautious.
I wonder. Oh, those aren't the legendary ones, actually.
Where is that Colonel Gutsy? Be a 3-star. Now, if you give me
I
level,
hope it's a 3-star.
I rarely get. All of the 3-stars I found have shit gear.
It's always
Found him, and he is a 3-star.
Oh, sweet.
I'll let you get him.
Hold your horses. Have you hit him?
Now I have, yeah.
Okay, sweet. Whitelist Trapper chess piece. Not very exciting.
Zealot's boxing glove. Let's have a look at that.
Also not very exciting.
Yeah, no, not very exciting at all. Let's just have a gander. And it's not even a... Oh, oopsie.
Oh yeah, I forgot legendary robots blow up.
Let me revive you.
No, you can't. I'm proper dead.
Oh, really?
I'm proper dead.
I'll wait for you here.
I do need your help though.
Oh, I don't know if I want to let you in, to be honest.
Please open the door. Oh, thank you.
Not today,
thank you, sir.
thank you. We already worship Todd. We can't worship any other god.
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Fucking weeb. Right.
We
Disgusting
both share a hatred
weeaboo.
of anime. Don't worry.
I do dislike. That's just so shit.
You don't need to make an excuse.
I got upset at someone at my job the other day because I mentioned I didn't like anime. He was like, "What? How can you not like anime?" I was like, It's just so boring.
Well, people are like that when I say I don't watch football. It's like, how?
It's alright.
It doesn't interest me, mate.
You like rugby though, don't you?
Not really.
Alright, let's beat.
Engaging.
Oh, I've not even got me axe out. Alright, you bitch.
Go on, give it a good yeet. Go on, hit it again.
I will. I
Good
will!
man.
Right, I actually forgot to bring any combat drugs. I don't need them, but it would have been nice to be high in some way.
I got lots of fury. Oh, but we do have a problem here.
Why so? Let's take some psycho. Oh fuck! It's those guys. Ah! You can fuck off, you bastard! With your annoyingly powerful weapons.
Yeah, I got the rest of them.
Did you tag him?
Tagged.
And tag. And stand back this time, yeah. Oh, did you just die again?
Sorry, I was reading a tweet.
Fuck's sake! All right, let me just heal myself up. I'm gonna shoot him from a distance.
What gun you got?
An assassin's handmade, which is not
Not
really
bad.
very good. Ah, it's not exploding. It's gonna explode.
Stand back a bit.
Yeah, yeah, but
Stay
it's
back.
not exploded yet.
Stay back a bit. There's nothing worse than a bomb that hasn't gone off yet.
Well, I've defeated waste management.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did.
Okay. Is that the only quest?
There's two extra side quests, but
The gutter.
in the
Okay, I'm
bottom.
gonna have to walk up to it. If this explodes while I go near it, I'm gonna be so upset. Bloodied M79 grenade launcher.
oh dear,
Okay.
that's almost good.
That's almost good. Let me see if it's got more than one, though. That's the question. It's one. Oh, no, it is a 3-star. Oh.
Okay.
Does more damage the lower your health is.
Mhm,
25% faster fire rate. That's not good. Faster movement while up. So the first two are good.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually not bad. I might even rename that and use that.
Well, you've got to keep in mind the ammo is very heavy.
Yeah.
What level is it?
It's level 45, so it's 4550 effectively.
Yeah, that's max level for M79. I believe.
Yeah. It's not bad, and I got the gutter as well, which
Yeah.
is not yeah. Right, I'm gonna wait for you. Is there any more to do here, or is that everything?
That's everything.
That is literally everything.
Yep.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I mean, there's a couple
Well,
holotapes and stuff like that, but
that is I'm not gonna lie. That is a lot. That's basically what I thought they'd do. And what they should have done is that should have been the first of like 3 bosses. And I thought it would actually have like some kind of grindy boss in it. I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard to not hide my disappointment. I know you mentioned it was a little bit wank, but that's a bit of a shame.
it's not ideal. It's like they almost didn't really talk about it the day it was coming out and stuff. And I feel as if because they knew it wasn't quite up to standard.
Yeah, I think they've oversold what it is as well. Because like maybe as a quest on its own, that's fine, as a new quest. But they sold it as a
It ain't a
dungeon.
dungeon. It ain't a high level dungeon which requires 2 level 50s minimum.
Yeah, no, I could have like very easily soloed that. And I'm like reasonably well geared. Not as well, you're very well geared, but I'm like quite well geared. And yeah, so that's a bit of a disappointment, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be completely honest. But it is what it is.
People have been searching for a long time. Seeing there must be another area. There must be another door or something which leads to another area like this.
Yeah.
Which gets more exciting. But no, as far as we're aware, that's it. I mean, there are 2 other side quests to do with the Sheep Squatch, which they added at the same time.
Yeah, but they're not. I'm guessing they're not in here.
No, they are at the Southern Bay Motel, and they are at Toxic Larry's.
Oh, let me stand next to the guy, by the way, so you don't. So you can.
I need you to open the door.
Oh yeah, fuck. Sorry. Right. Yeah. So that was my first playthrough through the Burrows. It was interesting. As I said, I think the main issue right there is that they really missold it as a dungeon. I think they're trying to be a dungeon, but they're maybe not committing to the idea of a dungeon in the way they should. The whole impression with, I guess, the multiplayer and kind of more traditional MMO side of Fallout 76 is they're very apprehensive of actually committing to that structure. So I think the idea is that they kind of don't want to force this stuff upon you. But the problem is, it means they're not actually doing it properly. And I think my advice for Bethesda is to not be afraid to slightly, I guess maybe scare off people who are hardcore, I only want to do this as single player, and actually commit to some actual multiplayer content. So kind of, the summary, the dungeon is way too easy. Absolutely, easily, simply be able to solo that. Very, basically, White Spring, me just running around, kind of murdering the ghouls is harder than that dungeon, outside of maybe getting blown up, as happened to Final twice, by the legendary enemies, but that's more just him, kind of not paying attention, rather than it actually being challenging. And it was very short. Like, you saw me at the end there, I was like, oh, wait, seriously? That was it? So yeah, I get the impression maybe they were trying to build a dungeon, but maybe missold it a little bit. Now, I don't want to be... I sound disappointed, and I am to an extent, but I'm also really happy that we're getting weekly content. If they'd have just sold this as a new quest, I would have been completely happy with it. It's a 15, 20 minute, from start to finish. They've also got the new Sheep Squatch, quest chain as well, which I'm going to do probably later today, maybe tomorrow. So yeah, that in itself, in terms of weekly new content, is exactly what I'm hoping and expect. But as a new dungeon, as something, as I imagine and people have come to expect from a multiplayer dungeon area, it was not even a little, it was very, very lacking, which is a shame. So my advice to them, make it longer. Realistically, I want a dungeon that has 3+ distinct sections. I think they should add bosses in, so not something like as hard as the Sheep Squatch or the Scorch Beast Queen, but something like that, where realistically I do need a player to be able to beat it. Imagine when you're leveling up and you meet a Deathclaw for the first time. Like, it's really, really difficult, right? Often to the fact that you're gonna actually not be able to kill it yourself unless you're particularly well equipped, or if you get lucky, whereas with another player you can probably take it out. That's the experience of what a dungeon should be like, and realistically they should have that as several bosses. So the thing is as well, none of those characters, other than I think maybe the Assaultron, nobody was named. So realistically I need named bosses, and then the final one should be harder. They should also maybe lock it, so like an MMO's dungeon, make it so you can only do it as a daily thing. So I can go through that area and, say, finish off enemies, but things don't respawn until the following day. And in that case, it would be easy for them to make it instance. But yeah, so it's, as I said, I'm pleased with the weekly content. It's keeping it for me where I can play it for a few days and then it's encouraging me to come back to Fallout 76, which, as someone who obviously makes regular content on it, is very important to keeping me entertained. But in the same vein, I feel as if slightly missold as a dungeon, and I'm hoping the raids, as Final pointed out, I'm hoping the raids are more what we expect a dungeon to be, and at which point then I hope there are raids. I mean, to be fair, the Scorch Beast Queen as a boss is a fine raid boss, and the Sheep Squatch is exactly what I would expect, to the point as well where they're adding in kind of actual mechanics in the case of the Sheep Squatch, where you have to activate the little pylons and things like that. So that's in the right direction, but then they've maybe taken a little bit too timid with the current dungeon. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that there. I hope you enjoyed me dicking around and kind of playing a short area with FinalRender. I'll definitely try and make that a thing that we do a little bit more regularly, and I'm gonna see if I can get other people in it as well. So look forward to that in the future. As always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I will have a new video. I've already prepared a video for tomorrow as well, so I'm spoiling you, which will be a kind of an hour-ish playthrough of a new indie game that I got a CD key for, which I quite enjoyed. So if that's kind of thing, that's quite a narrative heavy one. And on the weekend, I'm gonna have another Don't Starve video, and then the next Fallout video will be a build as well. I've got a couple planned. Just for the record, there was meant to be a Fallout video last week. going through the sheep squat stuff, but it actually just crashed, so I wasn't able to do it. My footage actually got completely corrupted, and I was like, I'm gonna stop. But anyway, as always, Twitter, all that jazz. Definitely subscribe to FinalRender. Link to his channel in the description. He is a very active YouTuber, very nice community. He streams a lot, he has a Discord chat, and he's also just a generally quite a nice bloke. So yeah, subscribe to him, subscribe to me if you want, follow me on Twitter, all that jazz. I will talk to you lovely people too soon. You take care.